Hi everyone, welcome back to Cocoro Function, episode 10, where our main character Tayo is currently giving a tour of the entire school to the new transfer student, Mina Hasugase. And he's still wondering if this girl is the Mia that he met in the past. So he's showing her all the different text that's being used, including the HeartLink merit appreciation system, and how this can lead to great rewards in terms of the school and on your record. And while that's going on, it looks like Hijiri is kind of worried / suspicious, because she notices that Tayo has been daydreaming a lot lately, going off into wild delusions about the new transfer student. So let's see how she responds to the fact that he's giving a tour of the school to a new student. So let's see. She says, okay, so she comes back and forth in the classroom with a restful feeling. So, in the morning, during HR, 2 people stood up. So what's going on? So Tayo and Hasukase-san. That strange reaction. And also, let's see. And while I was thinking about it, my heart was pounding really hard. And while Hijiri is in deep thought, looks like someone has come over. So her name is Komatsu. It's like, oh, Hijiri, what's happening to you? What's wrong from a little while ago? And it catches her off guard. Or perhaps you're curious about Hayami, right? No, not such a thing. Don't hide it. Don't hide it. We can see through everything. Oh yeah, so, why do you think we want to probe this interest? Well, if you do that, it's kind of annoying. So what I'm telling you, it's gonna be a big fight to, it's like, love comes with fight. So you really have to, basically go for it. Saying while she grabs the fist very much. So, the other lady, she opens her mouth and nods. Yeah, that's right, Hijiri. It's gonna be late if you regret later. So, why don't you just go ahead? So I think it's like, well, if you don't do anything, he'll be taken away by someone else. So, you need to be more aggressive and try to win him over. And of course, Hijiri's like, wait, so me and Tayo as a couple? Oh, come on, it's not something you're embarrassed about, right? You see? Well, I don't know even if it's too late. Okay, I understand. So I nod in the words of my hands. Or of my friends. Well, certainly here there's no problem to be worried about. Okay then, well, thank you very much. I'll go visit, or I'll go meet Tayo. Okay, as you say. Well, bone will be because I picked it up. So such and such words, I jumped out of the classroom. So I is in Hijiri. Okay, so going back to Tayo and Hasagata-san, they're still on a tour, and he's telling her, oh, so this is what our school is roughly like. So how is it? So from that time on, I continued to guide Hasagata-san, who was about to go around the school. But after that, my purpose is left. So I go, well, we're pretty much finished, and there's only one more thing to do. However, the more I talk to her, it really feels like she is the Mia. Or Mia-san. So is she really Mia-san? No. She can't be. Well, otherwise, what was that talk about, her departing from me for good? So the fact that, she's moving to a faraway place that has no access. And of course she realizes something is going fishy with Tayo. It's like, so what's with that stare? What's with that look? Well, nothing special. Well, anyways, let's just go to the next place. So I say in a hurry to cover it up. However, the guidance was finished beforehand. In other words, I really have to make sure if she is Mia. Okay, so he tells her, okay, so this is the last place in the tour. So the student council room. So she asks him, okay, so what is this place? So while looking around the room, I answer. I slowly open my mouth towards such a girl. Okay, so this is the student council room. So now she realizes, hey, wait a minute, but didn't you say that the student council room is restricted? So, you said that I can't enter the student council room because I'm not privileged, but how can I get in? Oh, because, well, I grant you, temporary access. You know, I'm the student council president, so I used my admin powers and decided to, give you access just for today to this room. Well, it is sometimes necessary to, have other students come into the student council room. But I do kind of wonder what is in the student council room that makes it really special to the point where only authorized personnel are allowed. But it's like, well, as this president, I can just grant anyone access if I wanted to, without having to go and get official authorization from the school officials. So why such a thing? Well, that is, of course, I want to talk to you alone. So he did get a notification from the vice president of the student council that they're finished for today. So in other words, the student council room is left alone. So now it's just me and Hasagata-san. Wait, so I'm alone by myself, so what on earth are you talking about? What do you want to talk about? I just wanted to check on something. And now he feels nervous, and he prepares to speak to her. Well, for myself, this may be a big landmine. So, do you want to make sure? So, maybe she probably knows what he was going to ask her. Well, because the circuitous thing isn't liked, I'll just go right to the point. Then I asks her, so, are you Mia-san? And while that's going on, we see that Hijiri is trying to make her advance towards Taiyo, and she's spying on them from a corner. He's like, wait, why are they in the student council room? Well, I didn't think of seeing the situation from behind, and I made a small voice. So he's like, well, I'm trying to be quiet so that I don't disrupt them or make myself noticed. Well, it is nice to have to put on after the two, but honestly, this is unexpected. Well, honestly, why'd you have to enter such a place like this? Or like, why are they going to this room as part of the school tour? So Hijiri does feel that there's something isn't right. And as usual, there's only two of them. I think there is something suspicious. So what are they doing inside? Well, there is nothing to worry about in the state of the room. However, doing such a thing will leave the rest and will reach the penalty. So Hijiri does not have access to the student council room, and if she were to enter, she may incur a penalty from the computer, the HOW machine. I can only wait for them to come out with my feelings of tears in my heart. So going back to the question that he's asking the transfer student, so are you Mia-san? And no response. So she gives a silent response, and it kind of confirms the fact that she is Mia-san, and it grows his confidence. Well, if she isn't Mia, then she should be confused suddenly about such a thing. So it's like, well, if she is not Mia, then she'll obviously deny it casually and easily. But since she's taking a long time to respond, she probably is the Mia-san. So after all, is that so? So now she firms up her expression. So you probably are Mia-san. Well, I still feel unbelievable. But her silence was all the answer. So tell me, you were not able to meet me, right? And why did you want to go to this school then? And I do remember that day and asked her. So I asked her the question while I remember what happened at the end. And even now, still vividly, Mia's tears were burning in my mind. Oh, so please answer Mia-san. Oh, no, I mean Hasukase-san. Wait, Hasukase-san? So is she trying to deny it? It's like, oh, ha, 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 what are you talking about? Or more like, wait, so you found out about my secret, right? Huh? So truly, Hasakazu-san burst into laughter abruptly. Well, I'm confused at what it was, but in a sense, it kind of felt scary. Wait, are you okay?
全くもってやられたわ。
Oh, hehehe. So it looks like you caught me.
もしかしたら気づいてないんじゃないこれ。マジでやった。
Or maybe I didn't notice. But are you serious?
という希望を抱かせておいて、実はしっかりバッチリ気づいていたなんて。この卑怯者。
So I try hard to embrace my actual identity, the Mina, or and for some reason you were able to find out. You coward. Huh? That?
すべては私を油断させて、この状況を作り出すためだったのね。
So everything being made me careless and to create the situation.
さっきの説明を聞く限り、生徒会室なら他の生徒が来ることはまずありえない。
So as long as you hear the explanation earlier, it's unlikely that other students will come to the student council room.
完璧だわ。完璧すぎる計画だわ。この野獣。
It's perfect. The project that's too perfect. The beast. Huh? Beast? So an outrageous wind popped up and I stripped my eyes. Wait, so prior to that, I thought I didn't follow the change of Hasakazu-san's character. Well, I don't know exactly what we're talking about from a while ago. So he's wondering, like, so what are you trying to say? It's not making sense. What do you mean, like, you're, like, playing as someone else, and then I broke, or I exposed your, true self? So you enjoyed, are you okay with Mia-san then?
白々しい演技ね。もうここまで来たら、あなたも隠す必要はないわ。
Oh, that was just an act. And once you have come this far, you don't have to hide.
私の弱みを握ったのをいいことに、それをネタにして脅すつもりなんでしょ?
So are you going to threaten it with as a story as to be nice to have grabbed my weakness? It's like, oh well, you pretty much exposed my weakness. So shortly while staring at me, Hasakazu-san says, I feel like there's something terrible with misunderstanding. Well, I don't mean to do that, but just because I wanted to make sure you were Mia-san.
嘘。絶対に嘘よ。私に気づいた時から今日一日ずっとこの計画を練っていたのよ。
No, it's a lie. It's false. And I was working on the plan day by day to it's basically I planned this all out.
こうなったらもう私にはどうすることもできないわ。好きにして。
And since I can't really do anything. So, Hasakazu-san makes the face and gives up. Well, even if I told you so, it's quite troublesome. Well, how can I say what I like then?
そんなの私にはわからないわよ。
Well, that I guess I don't understand.
ただ男の子はすごくエッチだって言うし、そういうことをさせるつもりなんでしょ?
Well, I guess the boy is very outrageous. You're gonna have to let that kind of thing go.
まあ他の人だったら絶対に嫌だけど、太陽君だったら。
But if it's for Tayo-kun, then so she says while she gets embarrassed. Well, she be calm and try to organize the situation for a moment. So I need to figure out what's going on. Well, she doesn't understand, but she seems to think that she's taking advantage of my weakness. And if you let me do something obsessive... Wait, am I in delusion? Hi everyone. So unfortunately, I had to cut the next part. So while Taiyo was wondering whether or not he's in delusion, Miya-san or Mina Hasagase asked Taiyo what he wanted now that he exposed her true identity. And she was like, "So you're probably a typical guy, right? You probably want me to strip in front of you." And she literally does it. And I'm pretty sure at this point anybody can sense that there's something wrong about this. So now it's gone silent and I wonder what's going to happen next.
ちょっと、早見くん。おい、早見くん。
Okay, so this is reality. So apparently he was thinking in some other world about him and Hasakase-san, and now she's trying to call him up. Hey, Hayami-kun, are you listening?
もしもし、もしもし。
Hello, are you there? Wait. So he did get. So he came back to his senses after hearing Hasakase-san's words. So now he realizes, oh yeah, so I did end up in delusion world again. Oh, what's wrong?
それって、思い切り私のセリフなんだけど。
Well, that's my line as well. It's like, what happened to you? You were spacing out for a long period of time.
で、どうなの？私に何をさせるか決まったの？
Oh, so, what did you want me to do? Well, nothing much, thank you.
は？散々人のことを待たせて何のつもり？
So wait, you're gonna keep people waiting? So I wonder at what part did he start to go into delusions? It's like, I think it was like when he was, okay, so, I exposed you. And he's like, great, so I was uncovered, so what do you want me to do about it? And now he tells her, oh, nothing really much, well, thank you very much, and that kind of makes Hasakaze-san upset. Wait, so why is it my fault then? Well, even if you say what you're gonna do, I'm not gonna intimidate Hasakaze-san in the first place.
Eh?
Eh? So, it isn't necessary to hear what, you have to say.
嘘でしょ？
Wait, was it false? Well, it seems like she can't believe it, the way that she's looking at me. Well, even if I told you so, I didn't expose or expect her to do something that was just a delusion. But then again, delusions are quite fun. Well, we'll see about that, Taiyo. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I just wanted to make sure you were the Mia from the past. So that's what he really wanted to know from going inside the student council room and at the end of the tour. And I also want to know why you're here. And I'm pretty sure there isn't really much else.
私は騙されないわ。だったらどうしてこんなところに連れ込んだの？
So I also wonder, why did you bring me in here then? Oh, because it's better not to let other people know about it. Well, that's a good reason. So, Hasakaze-san thinks that it's suspicious that he would bring her to a private room to talk about this. And, she does worry or is concerned about privacy. And that's why I have to be careful of myself. Well, I'm just apologizing, even if I made something misunderstand because of that. Well, I'm sorry about that. Well, if he can't be trusted, who can I call? Well, maybe I should talk to the vice president of the student council about this. But how am I gonna talk about this Hasakase-san issue? So he looks at his orca card and thinks about talking to the Chie or the vice president about it. But if I do email the vice president, then you shouldn't spend so much time to meet and come. So, what do you really want from this, Hazuka-san? So just now. Eh?
さっき言っていたことは本当なの?
So, what you said earlier, is that true? Wait, what do you mean? Which one? Which sentence?
私のことを脅すつもりがないっていうやつ。
So he who does not threaten to, or does not intend to threaten me. So Hazuka-san opens the mouth with a shy look at my face. Well, just as a girl, I gently smiled and returned it. Well, of course not, because there's no reason to do such thing. Well, so you just ask her. So on that day, you did say that we went on a date, and did you think I was the man who would do such a thing? Well, if it were, it was a little shocking, so no.
それは、そうよね。
So I think it's like, well, when we went on a date, did you think I was gonna end up doing that? You saw who I was, and did you think I was going to basically backtrack of what I was gonna, of the person I was on that day?
少なくとも私の知っているソル君はそんなことをする人じゃない。
Well, then, based on my analysis, I would never expect Sol-kun to do such thing. So, that was our main character's nickname, way in the beginning. So I am relieved by her words. So I seriously thought of that way, and it looks like I won't be able to recover.
ごめんなさい、早見君。私、なんだか誤解していたみたいね。
Oh, I'm sorry, Hayami-kun. I seem to have misunderstood something. Well, I do wish that I knew this beforehand.
ええ。あなたは、絆 S で私と知り合った段階から、今回のことを計画していたのね。
So wait, you planned to do this all along from the first time we met on Kizuna's, right? Huh? Wait, what's going on?
なんて恐ろしい人。すべては、あなたの手のひらの上だったのよ。
That's frightening. So were you doing this all along? Did you want to meet me in person? No. Well, I thought if it was understood there was not such a thing at all. So I was the one who desperately worked out on what to do. Wait. Okay, so it's just a joke. It's like, so you were playing this all along. And she was just joking with Tayo. So Hazuka-san laughs as if she could endure. Wow, Hazuka-san.
ごめんなさい。今のは冗談よ、冗談。
Oh, it's just a joke. It was just a joke. I just want to see your
私一
reaction.
人だけ暴走したのが恥ずかしくて。ついね。
Well, I am kind of ashamed about running away about it. Right? So with that said, Hazuka-san pulls out a tongue and as he looks as sorry. What I saw this time, I got a breath of genuine relieved breath. So, I mean, I just wonder what's wrong, Hazuka-san.
ごめんなさい。でも、誰もいない部屋に二人っきりにされて、私も不安だったのよ。
So she was just paranoid the fact that at the end of the tour he put this extra part in where he would put her in the student council room, just with Tayo and Hasakata-san, and he thinks he's up to no good and is planning something sinister. But it's like, oh, well, I just wanted to talk to you, and at first she didn't believe it, but I think she does now. Well, even if so, I didn't really intend to do it for Hayami-kun. So the mutuality disappear Hasakata-san's shoulder was trembling small. It seems that the intention of using mine for her was counterproductive. But then again, he does recognize that Hasakata-san is a girl. Well, I'm sorry, I was just insensitive. I apologize. Oh, it's okay, but I'm pretty sure Hayami-kun was thinking about me and did really care for me. But I understood that, and I'm glad. So Hasakata-san smiles at me for a smile. And it was the same day that Mia showed me on that date. However, I was surprised I could never see Mia-san again like this. So in a sense, like well, even though she was paranoid, he did have a good intention. Was that this is a very private conversation, and he thinks it's best that you just keep this Mia-san conversation to just the two of them. So like so Hasakata-san's like, well, yeah, I was surprised as well. Well, at the time I said I wasn't. You said you weren't able to see me anymore. So what on earth are you? And you were supposed to move somewhere else? And she said that that place there was no like wireless connections or any way to access the net. And from that day, Mia never logged back into Kizuna's. So, can you tell me about what all that is about? Wait, it's that time already. So I think it's really hard for her to explain, and she found, look, it's time's up. It's time to go. So, we should go home soon. There's a curfew set in the dormitory, and if we don't make it back in time, we're gonna get disciplined. Well, I'm still fine, but I really want to hear more about all that. Since you come up, like, oh no, that's all past. Forget about the past. It's just the past, but we should focus on what's in the present. It is clear from the attitude that she's trying to avoid the question. And she's trying to hide something. I see. Well, I think there is a right to listen to what happened with that day. You're still persistent, Hayami-kun. Well, if you don't really want to talk about it, there's nothing wrong about it. But still, he just wanted to know what's with all that. I'm moving away to just a location with no connection. And you may have accidentally let the school's web on that day. Wait, I intended to do that? No, there's no such thing a while ago. Liars. So Hasakata-san gives me a word of condemnation. Well, of course I won't do such a thing. It was just bluff. And if she doesn't not tell me this, then let's give it up once and for all. So, well, it's up to you. It's your freedom. Okay, I understand. So she's gonna say why, or she's going to, well, let's talk about it later. But she doesn't understand that, well, he does want to know about it, and you do have a right to know. So like what Hasukase-san says, she makes a mistake. So apparently my strategy seems to have worked. So actually, if you talk, it'll get longer. Huh? So, I swallowed my saliva before Hasukase-san, who came suddenly seriously. At the last moment, she was relieved at why she came here. So, you didn't want to know why I said I was going to move in a really far place. Well, in the beginning, it was supposed to be in the schedule. But then again, the schedule changed, and I didn't really hear about it. So do you want to know more about the more important information, Hayami-kun? Well, my parents did have something like that for a long time, and she mentioned that it was really awkward to communicate with her daughter. With their daughter. Oh, yeah, oh yeah. So in reality, when I said that I was gonna move, I was actually gonna move to this place. And I was transferred to this school. And that's why it was all misunderstanding. I apologize. Okay, well, that's all the explanation. Wait a minute. That still doesn't make sense. So I spoke unintentionally to her words. And as it is, I listened with incredible feelings. So wait, so that was all? That's it? Yeah, that's it. That's all of it. Wait, so just a misunderstanding of Hasukase-san? Well, that's why you said so. Or that's why I say so. Then, for the meaning of the impressive separation, that means... Okay, so she's covering up now. It's like, oh, I don't hear anything. I didn't hear anything else. And she covers her ears and, yeah, I didn't hear anything. Well, sounds like it looks like a little child. Well, you know, I was kind of depressed when you mentioned that you were going to move. And it was really painful and sad when I think that I can't meet you on the net or in person anymore. But you know, it was all good, and I'll see you again this way, all thanks to my misunderstanding. Wait, so it was all a misunderstanding? I couldn't be here as expected. And there's no response. It is the limits of patience. Wait, so yeah, it's true. It's all misunderstanding. Everything was. But what happens if there's more than one misunderstanding? So that's why I bothered anyone with that. Yeah, the story ended. So while waiting, I'm thinking troubling you as much as I can. And the fact that you were writing to the fact that, oh, I was so happy to date this cute girl, I'd rather thank you. Well, at least we knew that it was your misunderstanding. Was it not good to contact you then?
なんて連絡するのよ。全部私の勘違いでしたって？案内されるメッセージまで送っておいて。
So how were you gonna contact me? Oh, did you misunderstand me or did you send me an SR message?
はっきりと言うわ。そんな格好悪い真似、無理。
Well, I'm clearly saying that it was such a cool imitation. This person, this lady. Well, please return the purity of my heart then.
残念ながら無理ね。諦めて。
Well, it's too late, it's impossible, so just give it up. And I say while looking with a very not so good face. Well, I guess it is too different personally. And who are you anyways?
誰もこれも転入生の蓮ヶ瀬美奈よ。自己紹介してあげたのに、もう忘れたの？
Well, I told you already. I am Hasukase Mina. I'm just a transfer student. I introduced myself, and did you already forget? No, I'm talking about is where does the Mia thing come in?
そんなものネットの幻想、まやかしよ。演技だったに決まってるでしょ。
Oh, so she finally reveals it. It's like well, Mia was just acting. It was just a fantasy of the net. It was a lie. And that's why I keep mentioning that it's a misunderstanding. And our Tayo has pretty much fallen down. Well, then it was understood slightly. When did I ever hear from her mouth? So when she said it like that, it was a pretty big shock for him. She's like an angel who dated together on that day, and she won't go anywhere. And it did feel like a vision of the summer night.
何よ、そんなにショックを受ける必要はないでしょ?
And of course, Hazuka's son's like, well, you don't have to be so shocked about it.
それともまさか、本気でミアのことが好きだったとか言うんじゃないでしょうね。
Or maybe you do like Mia so much that you couldn't say so. Well, I did like you when you were still Mia-san. Eh? Well, I mean to Mia-san. Well, not to Hasukase-san. Become acquainted with Kizuna's and then interested while talking over and over. And actually dating, I noticed my feelings very clearly. Yes, I said I liked you, well, as Mia-san.
何言ってるのよ。そんな真剣な顔されても困るし。
Wait, what are you saying? Even if you have such a serious face, it does seem troubling. So Hasukase-san seem to meet each other while her face turns red. I kept saying words regardless of that. Well, surely it was my first time to meet someone like you as Mia-san. And maybe it was my first true love.
初恋って。
What? First love? In addition, Hasukase-san's face glows even redder. And somehow it's like a boiled down condition. Well, I thought I could meet someone who was destiny, honestly. Oh, so the fact that I got this wonderful present from God, I hit the golden jackpot. The only one person in life, the faithful person. So pretty much like the girl of Tayo's dreams.
そこまで言われると、私も悪い気はしないというか。
Well, if I say that, I don't feel bad either.
こうして再会できたのも、もしかして運命のおかげだったりするんじゃないかって思ったりしなくもなかったり。
But then again, I could not even think I would be able to reunite with you this way. Maybe it's because of destiny? So while moving the fist and the finger or something, we are moving mouth now. And it does seem that I was misunderstood. So basically, you are not Mia-san anymore. as you say.
え、いや、目の前にいますよ。
Wait, do you not get it? Do you not like that? Well, you said that you were acting, so...
それはその言葉のあやというか勢いというか。
Well, that is that of saying that is a word or a moment. But you know, it's kind of nice to know the truth.
え、それってどういう意味？
So what does that mean then? Because you're yourself now. And now, right in front of me is the actual Hasugase Mina. And I hand my right hand towards Hasugase-san, who is standing in front of me. And said some heartfelt words. Well, whatever the reason, I'm glad to see the actual person, the true you. And thanks a lot, Hasugase Mina. So Hasugase-san was watching me with a pokered face. Well, I compared my hands with my hands many times and finally opened my mouth.
やっぱりあなたって変だよ。
You do seem kind of weird. Well, I don't think so. I think they're both weird. Was that so?
絶対に変。
Yeah, you are completely strange. She smiled and grabbed my hand and turned over. And that hand was really soft and warm everywhere. So in this way, we fulfilled the reunion, which was not possible. And yes, I did meet her again in this town, and a new story begins. Okay, so this is the first opening of Cocoro Function, and it actually has the better soundtrack compared to the other opening. But like I said before, I'm actually going to continue and end at the second opening video, so there's still quite some episodes to come. But we do see that it's quite interesting that Mia-san wasn't really Mia-san, it was just Mina playing as Mia-san. And in a sense, Tayo kind of took the bait and it's like, this is the girl that I want. And then he really started believing that, oh, maybe it was destiny that I was gonna get a girl like her. And he thought that he hit the jackpot. And that it was like, oh, it's the best gift I could ever get from God. But I think that the reason why Mina played as Mia was because she found it really hard to express herself. And maybe it's because the fact that they've been using orchid cards to talk to each other. And it makes it very awkward when you actually go from talking online with the orchid cards to real life. And I wonder how it's gonna go forward like this. But like I said, just keep watching Tayo. You're gonna see where the delusions are gonna come in later in the story. So with that in mind, I'll see you in the next episode.